But outside of the couple of big names with the Blue Jays, are there any other? So, is there anybody else you expect to kind of emerge here that we haven't talked about as much?
I'm not sure if you have the time today, but you could go on ESPN.com and check out my early trade deadline preview. There's quite a bit on your Seattle Mariners in there, and on the urgency that they frankly need to be showing and are showing. In fact, I break this down into different categories, Mike.
Okay.
This is paid content.
Yeah, give me a little something.
I'll give you a little sneak preview. The Mariners are in go mode, not wanting to waste another season of their exceptional starting pitching. They've got the goods to do it too. No organization outside of Baltimore and perhaps Tampa Bay possesses the array of position player prospects that Seattle does, and the Mariners will be on the hunt for impact bats to supplement a group of major league hitters that has been so bad the team fired its offensive coordinator less than 60 games into the season. And then I mentioned some names.
Well, give me a couple names. I want to hear a couple names.
Well, am I going to read this whole thing?
Well, I am sort of enjoying this whole view of like Jeff Passan reads his own book. It's got kind of like a
it is.
Yeah, it's got like a book on tape quality. Give me a couple of names. Come on, I want to talk names with you.
Smoking jacket right now.
Exactly.
Pete Alonso.
Okay.
Pete Alonso. Luis Robert. It's the names that you would expect. Now, I do, and this is the part of the column where I think it's going to be interesting. It's the second category, and they're called hinge teams.
Yeah.
The hinge teams are going to be the ones on whom this deadline and how interesting it is going to hinge.
The Red Sox, the Blue Jays, those types of teams?
Red Sox, Blue Jays, Diamondbacks, Tigers, Astros, Rays.
There's a lot of talented guys on those teams.
There's a lot of talent there. With the Astros, you have Alex Bregman. Pretty interesting. Probably not going to go to the Mariners, but you also have Kyle Tucker and Framber Valdez. And listen, the Mariners system is so good that if you're the Astros, you think about making a trade in division. I know you're probably not going to, but you think about it because it potentially weakens this team for the future and it can strengthen yours. The Rays, really interesting. Randy Arozarena, and Pete Fairbanks and Jason Adam and Garrett Clevenger. If Santos doesn't come back and if they feel like they need something in the bullpen, the Tigers are very interesting. Mark Canha's not a sexy name. Mark Canha's going to get on base 35% of the time and play good defense. And he's going to get you a big knock every now and again. And it's not going to cost all that much. But Canha plus, Jason Foley or Alex Lang or Will Vest or Alex Fado, like somebody in the bullpen, there's a possibility there. And then, if Tyler O'Neill is healthy, Tyler O'Neill would be an awfully nice fit with the Mariners. And if you can add a reliever, maybe Kenley Jansen, maybe Chris Martin, maybe you go and get Nick Pivetta to be a swing guy. I mean, these tweener teams are going to be everything. And it's just, frankly, it's too early to see which one of them are going to be selling when it's time. But at least one of them are going to, Mike.
Oh,
and when they do, the Mariners are going to need to be in there.
Yeah, it's interesting that a bunch of the names you brought up there are names we've talked about here in the past in off seasons. We've talked about Canha before. We've talked about, Tyler O'Neill's been a conversation here almost since he left. So, yeah, those are all really great fits. And, we'll see now.
I think the Diamondbacks, too. And we know that the Mariners and Diamondbacks get together on trades. Like they vibe when it comes to trades. So
trade Paul
Josh
Sewell
Peterson.
back?
Sure, you can get Sewell back. Absolutely.
I would be willing to bet there would not be one person in this city that would mind that. Seeing Paul Sewald brought back in for a young player and put him right back into this bullpen, that would be a pretty awesome situation.